よくばゲートを調べられたらとかちょっと期待したんだけどな。さすがにガードが硬かったか。残念だったね、グーちゃん。
I guess so. I would not be surprised, y'all, if that thing started talking. After returning from Enchante, mumbling to himself while petting his doll, his quote-unquote doll, Mikado glances in front of him. That guy! I think that guy is the one that's been, like, following us in Bestia, in the Otome event, in Ill's chapter. Like, what's the deal? What's T? What's your deal? What stood there was a single man wearing a hood, his presence obscured otherwise. Yeah. He softly raises his hand at Mikado.
やあやあ、ジョシュ君じゃないか。
Child, there's nothing little about that assistant, unless it's something I don't see right now.
珍しく長期の有給を取っていたけど、有意義な休みは過ごせたかな。
皇帝だ。
そう、ならよかった。それにしても、どうしてここに？今回は僕、君に迎えを頼んでないよ。まただんまりか。相変わらず何を考えてるかわからないというか。まあ、君の立場からして、どうせ彼関連なんだろうけど。どうして君はやけに彼にこだわるのかな。いい加減関係を教えてくれない？
拒否する。私は相応の働きをもってお前に対価を払っている。それ以上の情報を要求、あるいは強制するというのであれば。
おっと、わかったよ。そんな怖い顔しないでおくれ。こっちも君にやめられたら困るし、事情に深く突っ込むつもりはないさ。
The man kept his hood unfastened after that. As he followed Mikado, who shrugged at him, in the darkness of that hood were eyes filled with cold fire gazing toward Enchante. Villain much? Antagonist much? Right. Okay. You be careful too, Mom. It's dangerous out there. Don't go out to the beach to take pictures or anything, okay? Okay. I'll call you again soon. Alright, good. The family's alright. Phew. It was 6 o'clock in the evening. I'd closed the cafe a bit early today. After going back to my room, I tried calling home. Sure enough, it seemed like the sky there was looking strange as it did on the news. It wasn't as bad around the town itself, and the fog only rested above Amasaki Island. Coast Guard boats gathered around the island too, making for a pretty tense scene. With Mizir and Il going there, it should be okay now, right? I imagine they were still on their way. Oh, excuse me. I looked at my phone, but I haven't received any messages from them yet. I just hope nothing's wrong. After giving a small sigh as I put my phone in sleep mode, or at least I was about to. Oop. What the fuck? With noisy static, an eerie sound rung through my ears. What? But this sound, I felt like I heard it before. Well, when you got separated from the crew in Medio? I don't remember what else. What or when else? Oh wait, in her dream. That's right. Okay, yeah, never mind. Not her dream, but when she went to Medio. It was when I went through the gate for the first time. Huh? The hell? It's calling me. My phone slips from my hand and bounces after hitting the floor. Ooh, I hate that. Oh, I hope it didn't break. Not caring about it at all, I walk forward in a daze. What the hell? A white fog appeared, obscuring my mind. It's someone faintly whispering that NZQ, or I don't know what the hell is being said. I kept thinking about my body feeling weird. I kept trying to think of anything at all. The voice was creeping into my mind, scattering my thoughts. What the fuck? Is it just me or are her eyes like devoid of any life? It's weird looking. I nod, beckoned by the voice. Is she brainwashed? Yes. I need to open the gate. This is a cafe after all. If there's a guest who wants to come, then I have to open it. Yeah, she's brainwashed. Bro, what the fuck? What is that NZQ? The moment, or the instant I turn over the plate, the gate burst open from the other side. I got sucked in. Yeah! Whoa, her eyes. What the hell? The moment I came to, the winds from a world I didn't know encompassed me. Just like my first time in Medio, I felt like I was floating, like gravity didn't exist. However, more clearly than that time, I felt a strange power that was pulling me. I was being swallowed in. Thrust with fear, I didn't have time to think of anything. Drowning in the air of this alternate world, I desperately tried to bat away this thing clinging onto me. And then, with the sensation of my body being flung, there was the sound of the gate closing. Did somebody pull me back in? No.
おい、こら、ことね。さっきからバタバタうるせえんだよ。何やってんだ、てめえは。
何やらドアベルも鳴っていたようだが、今の音は一体。
What?
ことね。
は？あいつどこ行った？
Oh shit. What the fuck is this? I could hear someone calling me. I know I'm hearing it for the first time, but I felt I heard it somewhere before. It's kind and gentle, but there are traces of sorrow. Yes, a voice like someone I know very well. Oh my god, what the hell is this? So annoying. Mizir? As if surprised by my murmuring, the voice suddenly stops. And then,
起きるであります。
what I heard instead was,
起きるであります。
a very jarring voice.
どうやらスパルトイではないみたいでありますな。
このものは見た目からしておそらく人間であります。
いや、まだ油断はならないであります。こう見えて起きたら口から火を吐くかもしれないであります。
Following the commotion of whispers, something cold pokes my cheek. The sensation shook me awake and I managed to open my eyes. Where am I? Slowly lift my body, and the grains of sand stuck to my cheek fall off. What was reflecting the hollow moonlight were the waves of the sandy shore. And
よかった。目が覚めたでありますな。
oh, my man. I don't know if they all look the same, but yo, my man from with Kaoru. What was staring at me were these things that looked like small earthenware. Again, that term, I have no idea what that means. What? Haniwa?
我らは埴輪ではないであります。
Oh, sorry? I apologized in reflex, but they were clearly Haniwa. They didn't seem to like that, though, as they began jumping around in protest at the sound of that. Now that I got used to this strange scene, I was certain. These little things, they were also non-humans. Well, although that's the important too. Where is this? Why am I near the ocean? As I began to speak. My face turned blue from that memory. That's right. I'm about to fit in a word that's not even there. For some reason, I opened the gate on my own. In a panic, I look around, but there wasn't anything around that looked like a gate. Ruh-roh. In my confusion, I said my confusion. In my confusion, the honey will pull at the sleeves of my clothes and answer me.
さっきの質問、ここがどこかという話でありますが、ここは島であります。
ああ、人間たちは天崎島と呼んでいるでありますよ。
Hamasaki? What? Whoa. The colors clashing are crazy. In shock, I stand up. Once more, I carefully look around at my surroundings. Although the moonlight graced the shores, I can only see so much around me. Still, the distant mountains in the darkness. The lights of the boats off the shore. It somehow felt nostalgic. All these things were trying to appeal to my memories, urging me to believe a single fact. So this place is Amasaki Island, near my hometown? As I mumbled to myself in shock, the little Haniwas seemed to have agreed amongst themselves what to do next.
ひとまずこの人間に危険もないと分かった以上は森に向かうのが先決であります。
Huh? Why? Why would we go into the forest on purpose?
この通り浜辺は見通しが利くのでむしろ危険なのであります。
But what could be in the forest might kill us too. It's not really a win-win situation. Dangerous.
スパルトイのやつらがうろついているのであります。見つかったら即殺されるのであります。
Yeah. Spar toy? I recognize that word. In fact, I heard it just this evening. Amasaki Island, and now the Spar toy. Excuse me. What those two words put together meant was...
さあさあ、移動するであります。詳しい話は後ほど。今はただ我らに続いてほしいのであります。
Huh? Okay. Well, we better run into Rendo now that we're here. Trusting both my instincts and the harmless creatures, I decided to follow them.
それにしても我らの存在に驚かぬのでありますな。大抵はそこの説明もろもろに時間を食うのでありますが。
Oh, well, it's kind of work related. I have a bit of understanding, knowledge about non-humans.
おお、そういうことならば話は早いであります。我らはまさにその人の言う人外、空霊族と呼ばれている種であります。
Kyurei tribe, non-humans that live on Amasaki Island, classified as type 1 non-humans. They look completely like Haniwas, Japanese clay dolls. For some reason, they talk in a militaristic way. Interesting. That's the name of the species Mikado mentioned. All the bad feelings I had about the situation were now just proven true. This place, without a doubt, was what Mikado was talking about. An area currently deemed a danger zone, that Amasaki Island. How did I get here? I wished it was a dream, but considering what I've been through in the past. Now that I've grasped this terrible situation, I almost planted my face into my palms. What? Oh, spooky, scary skeletons send shivers up your spine. Okay, I'll stop. But then I saw a figure in the woods. That's a Spar toy? Could it be one of the GPM members that came to the island? Oh, that too. Right now, I'd be great. Girl, what? You think this is a live person? Okay, whatever. I don't know what she's seeing, but yeah, that person ain't alive. Right now, I'd be grateful to find anyone who is a fellow human, or former human. The moment I took a step forward to call out to them, suddenly my hand was pulled back from behind me and my mouth was covered. You're covered! You're alive! Fool, it's me! Obeying the voice I recognized, I looked towards the spot I was just looking at. Wait, I totally fucked up some words. Obeying the voice I recognized, I look again toward the spot I was just looking at. Under the faint moonlight, the figure began revealing themselves little by little. what was there was not a person like I'd originally thought. Yeah, it's a skeleton, girl. Come on. Those hollowed eye sockets, which I could even see from here, sent chills down my body. It was a skeleton. There was no other way to describe it. But there was no way a skeleton be walking by... What? A skeleton be walking around by itself. What? That's how I talk when I'm not working. A skeleton be walking. Wouldn't it be a skeleton walking around? You don't put B in front of it? Good job. Oh gosh. It had completely lost all its human flesh, making gnashing sounds as it walked. It seemed like it was looking for something. Probably the skin it jumped out on. It leaves, wandering off to prowl elsewhere.
言ったか。突然悪かったね。それじゃ手を離すから、まだできるだけ静かにね。やれやれ。それで、君は地元の子かい？なんだってこんな時期にこの島に。
Fool, it's me. I knew it. It's you, Mr. Rindo. Yeah, I'm like, fool, you don't... Well, no.
琴音ちゃん?
Yes.
本物だよね。どうして君がここに?
I don't know.
リンド、この方は浜辺で一人倒れていたのでありますよ。
現状、この天崎島はスパルトイだらけ。あのままでは危険と判断し、林道の元へ連れてきたのであります。
Oh, big up. Thank you. Y'all are realists.
いや、それはナイス判断だと思うけど、待って、ちょっと待って。まさか君、一人でここに？ミシェルたちは？
Well, you see, I have to say I don't really know what happened myself. However, there wasn't time to sit idly and explain what I wasn't exactly sure of. A presence was rustling through the grass. Startled, I turned around to find... Oh! Several of the skeletons from earlier were treading this way, closing in on us. That's the Spartoid skeleton. Okay, he ready for war. Mr. Rindo readied his gun and his knife.
Rindo, そこから退避を。
Oh, ill and that sounded like ill. A godly pillar of light descended on us. Wow, that was a really elaborate scream. Hang on! I grabbed the curate that were about to be blown away from the blast of air. After the air shook the trees, what was left was bones that turned to dust from that light. The remains of the Spartoid. Spartoid, a new type of non-human that appeared on Amasaki Island. It looks like a husk of bones. It's been classified as a Type 3, but it seems somewhat strange, even as a non-human.
敵生体の沈黙を確認。破壊を完了しました。
おじさん救出戦隊魔王&天使到着。 てね。
Following the voices, Mr. Rindo on the ground protecting me, wiped the sand off of him and stood up.
助けてくれてどうもありがとう。ただできればもう少し優しくしてほしかったよ。ミシェル、いる？
安全面は十分考慮していましたよ。リンドウが反応できず巻き込まれる可能性は 11%、 致命傷となる確率は 7.5% 程度でした。
結構無視。Yeah,
it should be 0 and 0. Come on, Ill.
そこはほら、俺たちの信頼っていうかさ、リンドウならまあ大丈夫かなって。
Y'all taking too much liberties. Y'all giving this man too much credit at times.
それは熱い信頼で涙が出るよ。というか、なんで彼女までここにいるんだい？助けに来てくれたのはありがたいけど、そこは君たちがちゃんと止めるべきで。
As he spoke, he reveals me, curled up in a little ball. To Mizzy and Ill, but... yeah, like, how did you get here? Of course, just like with Mr. Rindo, they were frozen at the sight of me.
なんで彼女がここに？
Yeah, why am I here?
あれ、君たちが連れてきたんじゃ。
No.
僕はてっきり君たちと一緒に来た後にはぐれたと思ってたんだけど。
いやいや違うって。仮に連れてきたとしてもはぐれるような真似はしないよ。
Yeah.
私もミシェルと同意見です。
Scratching his head, understanding the situation, Mr. Rindo looks at me wanting to say something. Let me explain myself. Even if you look at me like that, it's not like I could explain what's going on myself.
ともかく一旦ここを移動しよう。ベースキャンプとまでは言わないけど、少しはまともな場所を確保してある。現状の把握や彼女の状況は全部そこで話し合おうか。
Everyone nods at Mr. Rindo's suggestion, and we all start walking. But with just 2-3 steps, our movement comes to a halt. The reason being... Huh? What? The ground suddenly started shaking, and we couldn't take a step further.
これは地震？いえ、違いますね。へえ、揺れてるのはこの空間一体そのものか。
Mizzy seemed to be in awe, as if to support his observation.
一つ説明の手間が省けたね。みんな上を見てくれるかな。
What's good? Oh shit. Still just as red and ominous as I remember. Mr. Rindo pointed to the sky. The tainted sky covering Amasaki Island. Whoa. What the hell? What the hell? It tore apart. I had no other way to describe it. A myriad of lightning-shaped cracks spread across the sky instantly. What is that? If this was like another alternate world like Media or Bestia, I would have accepted what was happening here as another strange phenomenon or one of those fantastical places. But this is where I lived. It wasn't another world, but my simple, mundane, normal, regular human world. But I was about to ask why this was here. Mr. Rindo answers my question.
あれはホールだ。少なくとも GPM はそう認定した。
Oh, that's not good.
ホール。規模感で言えばこの島一つすら飲み込めそうな巨大さですが。
疑いたくなるのもわかるけどね。けど実際あれはこことは別の異世界に間違いなくつながってるんだ。その証拠にほら来るよ。
Mr. Rindo points at some of the cracks. One by one, objects rained down from it. They were white, or the white and eerie. Spartoid? Uh-oh. There must have been 20 of them. They all continued to fall across the island. When that finished, the spaking of the the shaking of the space around us that Vizier was talking about slowly crawled to a stop. Ruh-roh. The cracks in the sky closed too. How inconvenient.